Hello there sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome back to another pure PlayStation video review, and this time it's for Maneater on PS4. Considering that Maneater lets you tear baby seals in half and turn humans into crippled sacks of flesh and bone, the game is, at its core, a surprisingly tender tale of family and the fight for survival. Maneater balances its absurdity and humour with moments of poignancy, and it's more than the sum of its parts, delivering not only the balmy gore-soaked power fantasy of playing as a man-eating shark, but it also offers an unexpectedly serene experience that overflows with charm and heart. Before we go further into this review, please consider giving us a like and subscribing to our lovely little channel. Hit the bell icon too and you'll get an annoying ping on your phone when we've got something new for you to watch. Cheers, my dears. Following a tragic encounter with the infamous shark hunter, Scaly Pete, you, a mere pup of a shark, are left alone in the world to fend for yourself. With Mummy on a sushi plate somewhere, and you with a belly full of hate, you begin to feed and grow so that you're ready for the next encounter with Nasty Pete. The feud between man and beast acts as Maneater's narrative crux, giving you, the player, a good reason to grow out from a snaggle-toothed pup to a ship-swallowing colossus of a shark. While simple in structure, the story does provide some great twists that give context to Maneater's gameplay loop and its hilarious narration. The game itself is framed as a reality TV show of the same name, and the exploits of your Maneater are narrated by the brilliant Chris Parnell, best known for his work on SNL, as well as his roles in the 1996 action-adventure comedy Jingle All the Way, where he played toy store sales clerk. Or maybe he's your neighbour and you know him that way, I don't know. Wikipedia it. The inclusion of Parnell is an inspired touch that really works to elevate the minute-to-minute experience, bringing life to the game's witty writing with his charismatic delivery. Whether he's spouting sarcastic quips or wistfully reflecting on man's impact on the natural world, his presence remains a source of both amusement and comfort throughout the adventure, despite some repetitive dialogue. Unfortunately, it's not just the dialogue that's repetitive. The game's based around milestones of maturity and an ever-expanding set of evolutions, with every creature you consume, collectible you gather, and objective you complete, rewarding you with experience points and mineral, which feed your growth towards becoming the ocean's biggest, baddest, most fearsome fish. Or predator, but it's a shark. Shark's a fish. It's an argument for another day. Each of the game's 7 regions play out in a similar way as you complete the same handful of objectives. These objectives have you thinning out the population of sea life and humans alike, or they pit you against mini-bosses before having you take on both that region's apex predator and the resident bounty hunter in a bid for supremacy. While this rinse and repeat formula offers little in the way of variety, I didn't really get tired of it thanks to the decent progression loop and a set of mechanics that bring about some brilliant moments of unscripted gameplay. It is what you make of it then. Due to your shark having a lack of vocal cords, you can't really shout, "Oi, knobhead, what the hell? Why are you killing us creatures of the ocean? Why don't you let us live in peace like we do for you? Why?" So, instead, you bite, flail, and swim really fast. It sounds simple, but the combination of biting, flailing, and swimming really fast, you get a traversal and combat system that is really easy to learn, but difficult to master. Bites and tail whips are your main combat moves, which, once combined, allow you to tail whip any unfortunate soul trapped in your jaws, sending them flying whichever way you like. To defend, you can dodge incoming attacks, lunge into a safer position, ram boats, or breach the water surface to lollop around on land for a limited time. Combined, this set of moves makes you feel like a feral, fearsome beast, and it's hilarious. Starting out as a pup, most encounters require you to make full use of these moves as you seek out windows of opportunity before retreating to safety, restoring your health by gobbling some catfish, and then heading back into battle. Evolving into adulthood, and then onto your elder and ultimate mega forms, survival becomes a little easier. In the latter half of the roughly 10-hour campaign, the tables turn as you prowl the waters as a hulking, overpowered killing machine. Yes, it throws out some of the challenge found in the earlier hours of the game, but it's replaced by an awesome, rewarding power fantasy that feels earned by way of your prior struggles. You do get some say in what kind of monster you will become through the evolutions, which act as passive buffs, active abilities, and physical modifications. Bone, bioelectric, and shadow sets let you customize your Maneater, whether that's reinforcing your outer hide with an exoskeleton, or adding a little lecky spark to your bite, or allowing you to secrete poison. It's a unique take on the traditional RPG gear system, and it works well, rewarding new evolutions at a steady rate, so there's always something new to play around with. Aesthetically, what Maneater lacks in fidelity, it makes up for in its artistic style, world design and lighting. Aside from some low detail character models and the occasional muddy texture, this polluted dystopia of hillbillies and holiday homes bursts with personality and life. Each region feels distinct, while the world at large feels cohesive, despite the variety within each setting. Equally diverse is the game's audio, which delivers satisfying crunches and thuds with every bite and whip of the tail. And to round it all off, the music is great at building tension at the right times with John Williams-inspired arrangements, but there's more diversity here too, with banjo picking bluegrass and a pumping electro soundtrack going with it. Nothing from the Killers, I should add, so that's another game soundtrack I won't be buying. Beyond the game's story, there's a lot more to do with collectibles and optional missions to stretch the running time post-game. While most of these simply provide additional resources to further grow your power, some of them offer some smart Easter eggs with nods to pop culture, and they provide Parnell with some of his sharpest material since he appeared in Seinfeld as an NBC executive in the episode The Butter Shave. It aired on September 25th, 1997. You can watch the syndicated reruns, but it's not the same. You really had to be there, September 25th, 1997. It was the season finale. I'll leave it at that. Aside from tasks to mop up the game's trophies, Maneater's world is simply a joy to play around in, and despite having finished the game, I do feel the itch to get back into the open waters and get me a mouth full of man meat, and see if I can't rustle up some juicy clams too. The fact that Maneater exists at all on this generation of consoles seems like an anomaly, but I'm so glad it does. While its gameplay structure may prove too repetitive for some, for me this loop sits at a sweet spot between comfortable familiarity and refreshing novelty. Thanks to compelling storytelling and a consistently rewarding sense of progression, Maneater delivers on the power fantasy of its unique premise with a perfect blend of poignancy, absurdity, and humour. And that brings us to the end of this review. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found the review to be useful. If you haven't already, please consider giving us one of those magic little thumbs ups. And if you're feeling really kind, hit the subscribe button and join us again in our new videos. You can find more news, reviews and other stuff to read over on our website, pureplaystation.com. And yeah, thanks again, and until next time, stay safe, stay sexy, and keep playing. Bye!